Hey y'all, it is your girl Keisha. Welcome back to another episode of Keeping Up with Keisha. Why for some reason I got the urge to do this. It's the way you act. Anyway, I wasn't planning on bringing a video update to y'all, but whenever I have like something to talk about, that's when I come on. So this is a week 10 update on my Mounjaro experience. Mounjaro, Trizepatide, all the things. And I'm feeling a little funky, like I'm feeling like I'm in a little funk, feeling a little discouraged. So let's get into it. Junior want to not be on my I can't really skip it, did I miss Alright y'all, so first of all, I was just trying to do something new and use this new earpiece that I got. So I might do a separate video on like a haul from things that I've like purchased recently. This one is from Amazon. I purchased one on TikTok. Like, just there's been some things recently that I've been buying that I'm like not too pleased with. So if y'all want that kind of content, let me know, because I definitely don't want people out here like buying the same stuff that I'm buying, especially when it's like viral things, like a viral microphone or a viral, you know, I bought this strapless bra that they were showing on TikTok and it was like trash. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna go without the mic because I didn't like how that just sounded in the beginning. But if you're new here, welcome. My name is Keisha. I am a lifestyle vlogger. I'm also a content creator, influencer, all the things on other social channels. And I'm just a girl at the end of the day. That's always what I say. I'm like, I'm just a girl. And I've been sharing my experience so far on Trizepatide / Mounjaro with you guys, and have created such a bomb community. And I'm so excited for all of the feedback, the love, support, all the things that I've been getting from everybody. So make sure you go back to the other videos, because I start all the way from week 1. I actually start from week 0 until now. So talk about all the things, how much weight I've lost, symptoms. Sidebar, I did a video called, I think it was about week 6 update, and it was like, I'm having so many symptoms. Not having symptoms, child, having side effects. I didn't realize it until literally earlier today when I was at the nail salon getting my nails done, and I was watching another video, and I was like, it's not symptoms, it's side effects, girl. Anyway, but I want to talk to y'all about the last week or so since my last update. So one of the biggest things that has happened is that I got sick. So I don't know if you can hear it a little bit in my voice. And I'm curious, like I got sick, felt it like Monday, felt it coming on Monday, and Tuesday it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I was like in and out of sleep all day. I didn't take my temperature, so I don't know if I technically had a fever, but I had chills, I had body aches, I was coughing and congested, which I still am a little bit to this day. Today's Friday, so that was a few days ago. And part of me was like, am I getting sick because I've been so cold on this medication that I'm not like regulating my body temperature the way that I should? So to backtrack a little bit, on Sunday, me and my daughter went to ShopRite to go grocery shopping, and we got caught in the rain. Like it was raining, and we had to end up running outside to like get out of the rain, because it didn't look like it was going to stop. So we got rained on. She went home, she came home, took a bath right away. I waited a little bit because I was like getting dinner started. So I was already obviously cold. I was already sitting there kind of like wet or whatever. And then pretty much after that is when I really started to feel like a sickness. I don't know if it was a flu. I don't know if it was a cold. I don't know if it was brought on from being caught in the rain and just being colder than I normally used to be. Like I said, because of this, because of the injections that I'm on. I know we've talked about before, and a lot of you guys have said the same thing, that we get cold. Like, I don't know what it is, but I guess it's the fact that we're losing weight, we're, you know, losing body fat, all that kind of stuff, but sis be cold. So I was out. So Tuesday, Wednesday, I was like trying to get my life. And I was like, it's funny because all winter time, like during the time of year that you would think that people would kind of normally be sick because it's cold, and you know, that's when more sicknesses and stuff come around, I was not sick at all. I did not get sick at all. And then the last time that I got sick was pretty recent. It was like in May, and I think I did a video with y'all when I was like, same thing. I might have even had on the same outfit, child. And I was like coughing and doing an update. I think that was my very first update. And that was the last time that I was sick. So I'm like, this is the second time in a few months that I'm sick, and it's kind of interesting. So let me know if any of you guys are experiencing the same things, because not that I'm like one of those people that's like, oh, I never get sick, but I don't get sick this often. So I'm like wondering if it's attributed to, like I said, the fact that my body temperature is not as normal as what it used to be. I'm colder more. So oddly enough, the last 2 nights I have slept with this space heater on, and it is a gajillion degrees outside. Okay, it is so hot outside. The air conditioning is on in the house, and yet I have slept with the space heater on because I'm just like, maybe it's just too cold for me. And I do feel better, even though I'm like coughing and trying to get my life right now. I do feel better, obviously, than what I did the last couple of days. So I'm thankful for that. But that's something, like, let me know if that's anything that you guys have experienced being on these injections or not. So I'm already dealing with being sick. I have not lost any weight since the last update. And actually, I have gained 2 pounds. Now, I don't know if it's just like water weight, because I have not been drinking enough water the last couple of days. I haven't been even really eating a whole bunch because I've been sick, but I do know that maybe my body is retaining more water because I haven't been as hydrated as I need to be. So that is something there, but no weight loss. And then I started packing for my trip yesterday. I told you guys a couple times that I'm getting ready to go on a cruise, which I'm so excited about. So get ready for that cruise content. I'm going on Icon of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's largest ship. So excited. This has been like 2 years in the making, and that is next week. So I also wanted to give y'all an update because I'm like, I don't think I'll be able to do any like Mounjaro updates while I'm there. I might, who knows? But I really wanted to get this out for y'all prior to that. But I was trying on outfits and trying on bathing suits and stuff, and even though I've lost 21 pounds, even though I feel better, I see the changes, it's only been 2 months, there's no way on God's green earth that I would have lost this much weight had I not been on these injections. And like I said, just feeling better, all the things. The last video, I was on here all confident, like feeling myself, doing my 1-2 step. And then I was trying on clothes yesterday, and most of them are new clothes that I had just recently bought. And still have to wear, like, you know, some Spanx and stuff, and starting to really notice like my body is not toned, and that is freaking me out. Now, know that one of the biggest problems, side effects, whatever you want to call it, of being on these injections is how rapid that you can lose weight, which 21 pounds in 2 months is pretty rapid. Obviously that is going to cause for muscle loss, and it's going to cause like sagging skin. So my arm, you know, this is my arm if I flex a muscle, which is like, you know, okay. But if I'm not, like, it's definitely given some extra macaroni and cheese arm is what I call it, because like people with big arms can make good macaroni and cheese, which I can, okay? And my stomach is like, it's given like a little extra flab there too. So even though I feel lighter and it's like flatter, it's more flabby than I would like it to. So I'm like, your girl really has to stop freaking playing and get in the gym, because I do not, as much as I can help, like that's also part of the reason why I've been on this journey, just trying to go a little bit slower with my weight loss, is because I do not want to have a bunch of flabbing, saggy skin to as much as I can help it, okay? And I know, you know, that's already going to be something that I'm fighting against. So as much as I can help it, I need to tone up and get my life in that department. But just putting on some of the outfits, like some things felt good, and then some things was just like I'm still not where I want to be. And I think some of that is like body dysmorphia. And I know we've talked about that before in another episode. Y'all, I'm literally sweating. Okay, I'm sweating, hang on. But yeah, some of that being body dysmorphia, and just like knowing that I've lost weight, seeing myself look different, seeing myself look you know, slimmer than what I have in the last couple months, but still not being where I want to be, was a little discouraging the last couple days. And I'm just like, I don't want to be discouraged, but it has put me in like a little bit of a funk, because I want to feel good, and I do feel obviously better than I did, 20 pounds heavier. but I just want to feel like the me that I was when I was at what my goal weight is now, which is another 20 pounds down. So I don't know if anyone else has felt that way, but I think sometimes we can be a little bit hard on ourselves. Most of my subscribers and followers are women. So especially as women, we can be extremely hard on ourselves with our bodies. So yeah, I just wanted to just share that and tell you guys and be vulnerable that I've been experiencing that. So if anyone else on this journey has, just know that you're not alone, because it's very real that even though, you know, we're getting close to our goals and doing well on our weight loss journey, that, you know, we can tend to be very hard on ourselves when we're not looking a certain way, or even I could even hit my goal and still have feelings of like, oh, I don't like how I look and blah, blah, blah. But it's just something that I have to push through, and something that I encourage you guys to push through. I am, you know, obviously happy with who I am. I'm thankful for the person that I am, the person that God made me. But those feelings and thoughts of like, you know, oh, I wish I was a little more tone here, or, you know, oh, I wish I didn't have this arm flab, or oh, I wish I didn't have these moles on my face, or whatever, is still gonna be an onward struggle, right? So if anyone else has felt that or has dealt with that, please let me know. This is a safe space. I delete and block any negative comment, okay? Not for myself, but for the sake of our community. So this is a safe space. If anyone else has dealt with that, definitely let me know, because you're not alone, okay? Something else, what else has happened this week? This week, so this is, you know, I'm on a couple different platforms. So right now, YouTube, I'm so thankful, like it's growing. I'm growing this community. But my main platform that I post on very consistently and have built a pretty good following is Instagram. So when I started this journey, I told myself that I wanted to do it on YouTube. Number one, so I could make it long form content, build a community and all that kind of stuff. But number two, like my Instagram and TikTok are just completely different things that I talk about. Like I live in the Philly, South Jersey area. So I talk about a lot of things revolving that area, food blogging, different events and things that go on, places to take your kids. Like I didn't want to add another thing on there. Like with this journey, I really wanted to keep it solely in that avenue. So with the success that I've had and with the community that we've built over here on YouTube, I was like, okay, I do want to share some of my journey, excuse me, over on my Instagram. And it's funny because I'm like, and this is a slight flex, just slight. I have almost 25,000 followers on Instagram. Some videos have well over millions of views, all that kind of stuff. I'm not a nervous person to post anything on there, really. Like I do stuff on there when I'm making silly content. I do stuff where, you know, I look crazy. Like I don't show up on social media like with this perfection persona. Like I show up as myself. And just the thought of making a video to put on there, like some type of reel or whatever, like I haven't even talked about it in my stories, and I go ham in my stories. Like my stories is where I like kind of like on here, like I share a lot, I vent, I, you know, share a lot with those people who watch my stories daily. I like dang near want to throw up thinking about posting on there about it. And so part of me is like, I not that I'm afraid of the backlash or the things that people may say. I mean, I guess I am ultimately, and I'm talking out loud with y'all. Like, I guess I am slightly afraid of the things that people would say or think when they hear that I'm, you know, taking Mounjaro and on a weight loss medication. And I want to share because I'm an open book, and I want to obviously let anyone out there know who has dealt with any of the same things that I've dealt with, or any of you guys, inflammation, PCOS, hormonal imbalances, different things that have kept them from losing weight. So I want to share to let people know about that. But part of me is like already thinking of some of the negative things and comments that people would say, like, oh, you know, this is the fast way out, or you shouldn't be doing that, or, you know, that's for people with diabetes, and just all the things that I know that all of us have heard at some point, whether it be said directly to you or you've heard it about this journey. I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared and I'm not afraid to admit it. I am eventually going to do it, but just like I said, thinking about it within this last week or so, I was like, I really have a lot of hesitation. And if you've watched, I think I talked about it in the very first video that I did talking about why I was starting this journey. I said I was one of the most like anti this route type of people. I really love working out. I love, did this lady dog come over here? She better get her life. Okay, anyway, okay. I was one of the most anti this route people. Like I was like, no, like you just have to work out and eat right and blah, blah, blah. Like I've done it before. I've had 2 kids. I've, you know, lost 50 pounds with each pregnancy. You know, I've been that person that was like going to the gym every day at 5 a.m. and like you just have to do the things. And then being at my 37-year-old self and dealing with the hormonal issues and all the things that I face and many of you face, I'm like, okay, that is not always the case for a lot of people. So part of me is like, I think I'm gonna receive some of those same judgments that I had in the beginning, and it's fine. And there was people that I worked with that I knew were on this medication. There were people that I knew personally, and I was just like low-key talking about them a little bit, like low-key like, oh my god, I can't believe she did that. I can't believe that, you know, they went this route and I would never do that. Like I literally said, I think at one point, like I would never do that. And yet here I am, here we are. But maybe that'll even bless somebody to know, like, never say never, and do your research and all those kind of things, and just do what's best for you at the end of the day. But that is something else that in this week 10 that I've been facing, is because I'm like, I keep like a double dutch rope, like getting ready to be like, oh, I'm gonna post about it, and then I'd be like I just keep doubling back because I'm nervous. So let me know if any of you guys have dealt with that. I don't know, you know, some of you guys have shared that you guys have YouTube channels, which I followed, and talk about it on here. But do you ever feel that way about like any other platforms? If you're on Instagram, if you're on TikTok, like, are you afraid to talk about it? Are you afraid to share it with friends and family? Like, it's a very real thing. So that is something that I've been facing also within the last like week or so. But if you're not already following me, make sure that you're following me on TikTok and Instagram. My name is Keisha Approved on there. So that when I do decide to post about it, y'all my people, so y'all can show me some love and, you know, help to display any of the naysayers that may come. So yeah, so that's what's been going on. And lastly, for this update, y'all, I did finally take my injection of Mounjaro. So I shared with you guys that I was on tirzepatide for the first 9 weeks. Compound tirzepatide, which is the active ingredient in Mounjaro, but the name brand Mounjaro, I finally got the prescription filled for it, and I took my first injection of that. First of all, why did I take it on the wrong day? This week, with it being the holiday week, I don't know whenever you're watching this, this is the week of 4th of July. Today is the day after the holiday, so today is July 5th. Why did I take it on Wednesday night? Why was my week so thrown off that I swore Wednesday was Thursday? For those of you who have been here, you know that Thursday night is my injection time that I've been doing consistently. I sure enough took it on Wednesday night. So now I'm like, do I change up my days? Does it throw my week off? Like, am I just all throw it off? I don't even know. I'm gonna go back to Thursday next week. But I just thought it was so funny. Like, my week was so just not the norm because I worked from home all week because of the holidays, and I'm off Thursday, Friday, and then just different things preparing for the cruise, that I swore up and down that it was Thursday and it was actually Wednesday. So that was one funny mistake. But I took the injection of Mounjaro. One of the first things that I will say, and you know, I read the instructions. For those of you who don't know, when you're on a compound version of the medication, you do have basically like a little bottle, the vial of the medication. You have to draw it up with the insulin needle. So this whole entire time, I started out the gangster route, okay? I started out doing it the hardest way, which is to actually draw up the medication and inject my own self. I've injected my arm, I've injected my belly. The one spot that I have not done, which I've shared in other videos, is my thigh. So I was like, you know what? For this time, just to see if I feel any different, just to see you know, how it feels, I'm going to inject my thigh. So I did my left thigh, that mug hurt a little bit. And I'm like, did I inject myself too hard? I read the instructions. It was like, you know, inject and hold it down, I think it's for 10 seconds until you see the gray thing come down, which is, I guess, like showing that all the medication is out of the tube. That mug hurt. Okay. I don't remember any other spot, number one, hurting like that. And I don't know if it's just because of that being more of maybe like a muscular area, like I did it like in my upper thigh. I instantly started bleeding. It wasn't a lot, but I will insert a picture or video. I think I did a picture or a video, I can't remember, afterwards. So I was like, I'm really bleeding. So I don't know if I was just heavy-handed with it, whatever it is, but I have never bled at any other site or any other time doing it with the compound tirzepatide. So if that has been something you've experienced, please let me know, because I was like, I should not be bleeding, right? Like, this is crazy. And it's been very, very sore. I have had different spots, especially like in my belly where I've injected, and I have had soreness and it's like a slight, excuse me, little reaction for maybe like the next day or so. But now this is 2 days later, and it is, and I'll show a picture again, because I just took a picture like an hour or so ago. It's still raised, and it looks very much like what it would look like if I got a mosquito bite. Like, and I don't know if I'm allergic to mosquitoes or different things, whatever, but when I get a mosquito bite, I swell up like no one's business. And it looks like that kind of like swelling, and it actually is like tender and low-key itches a little bit too. So that was not fun, and that was a major difference from the compound tirzepatide. Other than that, instantly, I did notice, not instantly, I'm sorry, the next day, yesterday, I did notice that appetite suppressant, like this appetite suppression of it worked like just like how it did in the beginning when I started the process. Like, I did not eat all day. I did have that coffee smoothie that I shared with you guys before that I get from Smoothie King that I love. And I actually got a bigger version of it. So usually I get a small, this time I got a medium. And it's a protein smoothie. So I did have that in like the later part of the morning, maybe like 11, 12 o'clock. And other than that, I did not eat until almost 7 o'clock at night, which was crazy. Like, I didn't even really feel, can y'all see me sweating? Sweating, okay? I'm going right inside after I'm going right inside after this. But I like did not eat that. I don't remember the last time that I did not eat that long. And I try not to do that because obviously being on this, like, we know that we're supposed to eat, especially to get our protein in. So I do not recommend that at all. But that was like how much the appetite suppression was like suppressing. The suppressant was suppressing, okay? So that was something that I was like, okay, so the Mounjaro, the name brand, you know, absolutely is doing its thing. Haven't had any other side effects. Oh, I did actually wake up yesterday with a headache, but I don't know if that was maybe a combination of taking the medication. I also have been taking like Dayquil and NyQuil, like, so I can't tell if it was because of that or because of the combination of like me being sick and on other medication and stuff too. But I did wake up with a very, very bad headache yesterday. Today feels super, like I've been feeling super duper groggy and just tired. Again, I can't fully tell if that's because of the medication or if that's because I'm also getting over a cold and a sickness and stuff too. But that's something that I will monitor. But other than that, I didn't have any nausea, no sulfur burps, no, you know, nothing else that people would have, like, as far as like a side effect, right? Because it's not a symptom, it's a side effect, now that I know. So far so good. I am excited that I'll be able to take my pens on the cruise with me. And I did find out, like I told you guys in the last video, that you can leave it at room temperature, but I am going to pack it in some kind of like cooler or something, especially for the car ride, because we're driving down to Miami. So I'm going to pack it for that trip, just so it's not like, because the car, I'm assuming, will probably get hotter than what the recommended room temp is. So that is going to be what I do. And I might even pack it in one of these. Like, I have like 3 of these. So I might just like put some ice in here, put the pins in like a Ziploc bag and stick it in here. I don't know if I'm gonna buy or get like a actually full-on cooler, but if not, if y'all know, a Stanley or the knockoff version keep stuff so cold and so cool. So I definitely trust that this would make it the entire ride fine with some ice, like I said. And then go into like rest stops and stuff, I'll be able to, you know, like switch out the ice if I need to. So I think that that'll be what I end up doing. But all in all, that is my update. No weight loss. Oh, you know, the interesting thing too, I won't be able to weigh myself. I'm going to be going for 10 days. So that will be quite interesting to see when I get back from the trip. That will be the longest amount of time that I will go without weighing myself. Dang. I'm just realizing that as I'm talking to y'all, I will not be able to weigh myself. Okay. So it's going to be what it's going to be. Something that I don't think I shared with you guys, but one of the reasons why I was not also in a hurry to move up, because I've been on 2.5 this whole entire time, is because of this trip. So if you have never been on a cruise, I'm pretty sure just like any all-inclusive vacation, there is so much food. And I don't want to like go crazy. So I'm thankful that I'm on the medication for that. But I also don't want to have such a suppressed appetite that I don't feel like I'm enjoying myself, if that makes sense. So in the beginning, when I first started the injections, like the first couple weeks, one of the biggest things that I feel like I had was appetite suppression, but it was also like almost like a slight food aversion. Like I had no interest in food. I had no interest in even wanting to eat. And I don't really want that experience while I'm on a cruise, especially with this being such a cruise and vacation that we've planned for so long. Like, no, I don't want to go overboard and eat everything under the sun, but I do want to eat the food that is there at the different restaurants, at the different stations and all the things, and enjoy it and feel like I'm enjoying food, if that makes sense. So I feel like I'm at the right like stage in this journey and at the right dosage, because I feel like when I move up to 5, that I could essentially go through that process again of like feeling like, you know, turned off by food or a slight food aversion. So that is why, partly why I also was not in a rush to move up to 5. And also because I told you guys too that I'm not in a rush to move up because I had not hit like a true stall. Like even though the last week I haven't lost any weight, a stall, from what I hear, is when you don't gain weight. I'm sorry, when you don't lose any weight for 3 weeks or longer. And I have not had that happen yet on this whole 2-month plus journey. So that is my update for you guys. I always appreciate all the love, all the comments, the likes, the shares. Like y'all are my peoples, okay? Y'all are my people. Thank you for bearing with me on this video with all the coughing and my raspy voice and all those things. Get ready for the cruise content. If you're new here, make sure you go back to check out some of the other videos, because not only are the videos like so informative and I give you probably anything that you have a question about from watching this one, if this is your first one, but also the comment section is lit. The comment section is lit with so many people sharing their testimonies, their questions, and all those kind of things. So excited about all the new faces, all the returning faces. Make sure you like and subscribe, because it does so much for this community, and it also helps to kick us out to other people who are interested, right? So like I said, stay tuned for some of the other content that is coming. Make sure you show love. Come on vacation with me. And yes, thank you for the love. Love y'all. Peace out, peace out, peace out.